Your kid doesn't need another medication. They just need a spine that works. So you're saying my child needs a functioning spine? Doesn't it already function? Well, in the sense that, yes, it does allow movement through the thoracic and lumbar and cervical spine, and the fact that it is still surrounding and protecting the nervous system, yes, it is functioning in that manner. But children need chiropractors because they develop misalignments in a whole bunch of different ways that we don't even recognize. And if you really think about it, the most traumatic thing that a person goes through is being born. All that pressure, all that stress, all those stress hormones that are being released through the process of being birthed affect the baby. And they're necessary, but they still can cause misalignments, typically at the top of the neck at C1, C2. And if you think about how a child develops learning to walk, all the bumps and bruises and falls they take, they're constantly compressing the spine. Now, the effects aren't as great because they're lower to the ground than we are, but that effect still builds up. And by the time they're 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20, 30 years old, that's compacted to the point where they start getting degeneration at a younger age if it's not addressed. So if you've ever asked, does my kid need to see a chiropractor? Well, just think back and remember the last time that they fell to the ground in a tantrum or jumped off of something high and didn't land properly. Sure, they bounce back, but those injuries tend to linger a little bit more, and they go unnoticed because they don't know how to articulate that, hey, my back feels stuck. So how does an alignment issue tend to show itself in children? Depending on the age, if they're young enough, it's usually colic or fussiness constantly, or sleep issues, constipation, things like that. When they get older, it's probably, hey, Dad, this hurts. Hey, I can't do this, my legs are aching. Things like that we tend to think, oh, just rub some dirt on it, you'll be fine. Those are the typical signs that your child needs an adjustment. So if your kid is exhibiting any of those symptoms or saying any of those things, just think, it may all be in the neck or in the back. A simple adjustment can help clear that out. And the great thing about kids, they're extremely resilient and they respond very quickly.